cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing. Faces merchant change, but your face remains the same.
Hey, buddy. Hi. Hello. We're all friends. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Big old fluffy puppies, huh? Just the sweetest Scottish puppies. Are we sunbathing today? Yes, we are. The sun is out just for you. It told me it's here just for you guys. Yeah, because you've been such good boys. The sun came out just for you. Just the most beautiful puppy dogs. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Hi guys, welcome back to another video in my travel diary series. I am currently in Stirling, Scotland, which is a beautiful old city. It's about an hour away from Edinburgh. I'm actually here house sitting and dog sitting, kind of random, but I'm taking care of two adorable dogs and I'm in this beautiful home here and I just wanted to spend the last bits of my trip exploring the city of Stirling. It is a beautiful old town. It kind of reminds me of like small New England American towns, but pretty much overlooking the entire city there is a beautiful massive castle. As soon as I see that I realize I'm not in America anymore. I visited the Stirling Castle 2 days ago and it was beautiful. I actually liked it more than the Edinburgh Castle. The weather right now is perfect because it's cold enough to wear sweaters, but it still has that little bit of warmth in the sun, like the last bits of summer sun just warming the abbey, and it's very beautiful and I've been doing lots of sunbathing. What I want to do on these last few days of my trip is just explore, walk around, read, write, just indulge in all of the human things that I love. And I also want to enjoy this autumnal weather and the autumn leaves because as soon as I get home back to Texas, it will be very hot and that's going to break my heart. I will try to enjoy this as much as I can for the last few days. I've been out for a few hours. I went to a library, I went to some bookstores, I went to a couple of cute vintage shops. This is my outfit. It's a little bit of a hodgepodge of things. I went to the grocery store, I got a few things for the house, and now I'm about to go home. Not home. I don't have home. Home is myself. Home is my inner being. I'm about to go back to the place I'm staying. I'm gonna take care of the dogs for a bit, feed them, walk them, do all that kind of stuff, and then I need a moment to chill, so I'm gonna do that. It is such a beautiful day. So happy to be alive. Hi, Scotty. Oh, there we go. There it goes. What? Alright, guys. I know. Clyde, get off of it. I know. That's what I'm saying. Something that I found very interesting about the UK is that most people don't seem to have dryers. They just hang their clothes to dry like this, which I have been loving doing because there's something about it that feels very old world and romantic in a sense. I don't even think you can do this where I live because it's so hot and humid all day, every day. It would, like, nothing would ever get dry. And there's also something so, like, rewarding about doing your laundry and sort of having to wait for it in this way rather than just having it come so easily. These are the things you romanticize when you're traveling or entering into worlds and customs that you're not used to. I know, you're so cute. You're so cute together. Just the sweetest baby angels. Yes, you are. I'm having a beautiful walk right now. There's this beautiful hedge of grass over there that's shaped into a spiral. And behind me is a big herd of sheep, and the sun is setting, and everything all around me is very, very beautiful. So I'm feeling very inspired. It is day 28 of my trip. So I have been here for quite a long time. Enough for my entire chemical makeup to change, it feels. And one of the things that I set out to do on this trip was to continue writing my book. I started writing a book back in February, and it has been a long journey that keeps changing because it's a project that is very alive, and it's a story that is very viscerally within me that just absolutely needs expressing. And I have been writing every single day on this trip, and when I get home I will continue to write every single day until the book is finished, because I just have to finish it. There's no other way for me to live but to finish this book. It's something that's inside of me that needs to be outside of me, which it already is. It's slowly being pulled out of me, and I feel myself freeing up this space in my mind and becoming a more peaceful person as I work on this project. Of course, I will be editing most of this writing when I get home. I thought I would just read to you what I wrote today and what came to my mind. Day 28, September 19th. I was born in July and raised in September. When I was 7, I sat on the swing in my backyard in the home I grew up in. I still live here today. This house is a lot different now. For one, there are less people living in it. I changed rooms a few times. I reinvented myself over and over again, and there is no playhouse with a rickety swing outside my window anymore. The day the playhouse was torn down, I knew childhood was over. But when I was 7, I sat on this swing and I wrote my first poem. I didn't so much write it as much as I sang it out loud. I can't remember the words, but I can remember the feeling. It was September, and it was the first time I felt myself cosmically change with the start of the new season. My hair was in braids, 2 on either side. I wore a red shirt and blue jeans. My feet were bare and my shoes were left somewhere between the front door and the back door. I remember being conscious of the air getting crisper and the leaves beginning to change. I can't seem to pinpoint where my story starts and ends, but on this day a poet was born and later stowed away. I would say October is my favorite month. It is, of course, the most obvious of the bunch, but I found that I almost prefer dreaming of October and the sun-crisp days of September. The days of harvest, the days of unearthing the other me inside of me, and the days of dreaming. My dear dreams are the only thing keeping me alive, and autumn is what feeds them. There is no other way for me to live but to be constantly remade, and to be dreaming of castles in the sky. I used to hate this about myself. I thought, why is it that I cannot show a level of consistency in my way of being? But this is false, and there is no such thing for wild women, which I suppose I have become. I hope the only thing that stays true is my intuition. Everything else is simply of this world and not of my spirit. I was made to reflect the seasons of the earth. I was made to bloom, and I was made to die again and again. Slow and steady wins the race. This is why I say I was born in July, but I was raised in September. this morning has been pretty relaxing. I've just been doing some writing, some reading. I walk the dogs. I have my coffee. If you're wondering what I'm reading, this is Virginia Woolf Selected Diaries. Last night, after I filmed me reading my poetry in the woods, I had a not so great encounter with a man. It really scared me, so I was just writing about that this morning. But basically, I was kind of on the outskirts of like the woods, so there was like little trails nearby, and there wasn't a lot of people around, and the sun was setting, and I didn't really realize it because I was filming, and you know, I just get like really into it sometimes. I was just there, I was like kind of watching the footage I just filmed, and this man started walking towards me. His behavior was odd. It kind of seemed like he was on something, like a drug of some sort. I'm really not sure. And he was acting hurt, but I could tell like he wasn't, but he was acting like hurt, like he wanted me to say something to him. And I almost was like, are you okay? But then I switched from like having a girl brain to having an absolute animalistic brain where it was just like, danger, danger, danger. You need to get out of there as fast as you can. And I instantly listened to that instinct. He passed me and he seemed frustrated that I didn't say anything, and he like kicked not the wall, but like the stone thing that I was sitting on last night. He like kicked it sort of right next to me. After that, I just ran past him, and I ran through the woods and like down the hill, and I didn't look back until I was out in the open, and I heard him like grunting things at me in the background. I did not have enough time in the moment to be scared, because again, I was on animal brain. I was like, I am prey and I need to get out of there. And I got out of there, and I was so thankful that I had that instinct. I just want to say this because you can't care about being impolite, weird, or rude when it comes to your safety. If you feel something, it's for a reason, because at the end of the day, we are animals. Like sometimes we forget. We are animals and we have instincts for a reason. I'm proud of myself for following that instinct, because as I get older and as I go through more situations like this, that instinct in me becomes stronger and stronger, and I am thankful for that. And you know what? The old me would probably want to crawl in a hole and never come out after a situation like that. And I have done that before. I have been through situations like this where it puts me into a state of agoraphobia for months. The last time something really scary like this happened to me was a few years ago, and I was truly agoraphobic for about 3 months, and I didn't want to leave my room or my house, and I was just scared all the time. And I don't want to live my life being scared, because I know I can get away, I can fight back, I can do whatever I need to do, and my instincts and my intuition are going to guide me. I don't want you guys to like feel bad for me. I just I had to tell that story because it's weird not to. Like that was a big thing that happened, and I am going to go out, and there was like a few like museums and like little art galleries I wanted to pop into, and then I'll probably just walk into some more shops and just walk around. I love walking around. That is like my favorite thing to do. I'm so glad I have 2 legs to go on walks. Okay, so I've made it over to Stirling Bridge, which was kind of my main historical destination point of the day. I'm actually quite enjoying this overcast day. I feel like I can see the autumn leaves a little bit better, and yeah, it's a beautiful day. Now that I'm here at Stirling Bridge and I have come to my destination point, I am seeing out in the distance, right there behind me, a beautiful structure that is sort of placed upon some sort of mountainous isle, and I would like to know how I can go there. How do I go to there? Because that is where I want to go. That's where I need to go. The city that I'm in now is over 900 years old, which is insane, and a lot of like huge battles were fought right around where I am, which were like turning points in Scottish history. Stirling is known to be sort of the bridge point for the Highlands and the Lowlands of Scotland, so kind of right in the middle here. And I did not have the Scottish Highlands in my itinerary, so I'm not going to get a chance to visit them. But honestly, it just leaves it up to my imagination, and it leaves it up to my dreams, because next time I come to Scotland, we are doing the Scottish Highlands full out, because I will give it its proper due time. So that's something to look forward to. I really want some soup. I've been looking for soup the entire time, but every time I go somewhere and ask for their soup, they say that they sold out of their soup, and it's heartbreaking. So maybe, hopefully, I will find some today. So my favorite book is Little Women, and one of my favorite chapters in this book is called Castles in the Air. It's just a chapter in the book where the girls and Laurie are on a picnic, and they just start talking about all of their hopes and dreams about life. And behind me here is literally a castle in the air. It's very beautiful. We are nearing the end of this trip. I have tonight and tomorrow night, and then I'm going home. And I have been on quite a journey. Like I said, I've been traveling around for over a month at this point. I've learned so much about myself and about the world and how I fit into it. I just feel like I've really grown up here a lot, and I'm finding my voice as an artist, but also just as a human, and it's a really beautiful coming of age sort of thing. If you're anything like me, it's really easy to get comfortable. You know, I love a cozy life at home and in my room, but at some point I had to get out and experience life outside of it. Sometimes I just get really comfortable living inside of my very imaginative daydreams inside my head, but there is so much magic in the real world, and I want to feel and see as much of it as possible. I don't want to live my life scared of what's beyond my inner world, and I think I have a beautiful mind and beautiful inner world, but I don't want to live there forever. I don't want to live inside my head, and I love my books too. I love reading, I love consuming stories, but I don't want to live in those stories. I want to be the story. I've been traveling around for over a month at this point, and not once on this trip have I felt lonely or like I was alone at all, because I found this like home within myself that I've grown quite comfortable with. And I've realized that I want my inner world and my daydreams and the stories I consume to fuel my real world, not keep me from it. A lot of the writing that I've been working on kind of just goes along all of these same themes that I've been talking about in my videos. And I hope what you get from this video and all of these videos that I've been making in this series is that you are the writer of your own story, and you are an artist, and like yourself is your own canvas, and the way you express yourself is how you communicate who you are to the world. And you have full power over who that is. Anything you can imagine, anything you can dream can be real for you. There is always a way out of your current situation. At this point, I am right where I am, which is between the Highlands and the Lowlands, which is exactly where I am in Scotland. And that's exactly where I am in my life. And it's a beautiful place to be because I can kind of look down and see where I was, and I can see the beauty in that, but I can also look up into the sky and I can see the highlands of my life. I can see my castles in the air. They're so close, but they're still far away enough to where I can comfortably dream about them. And that's just one of my favorite things to do, is just dream and work towards something. Hi! Hello! Hello, hello! Hey, sweetie, can I have your ball? Can I see the ball? Oh my goodness! Hello! He's so cute. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. I do have a Patreon where I post bonus videos and bonus content of my writing and just never before seen pics and a bunch of different stuff like that. So if you want to see more content from me, my Patreon is always linked down below. Or if you just want to support me as an artist, I appreciate it so much. Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok will all be linked down below. I'm Rami Ellen everywhere I go. Please subscribe if you're not already. I'm so happy to have you here. And I look forward to making more beautiful and imaginative videos in the future. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one, in which I will be home. Bye! I really don't think the view can get much better than that, but I'm sure it will. Everything just keeps getting better and better and more beautiful as life goes on.